Welcome back, everybody. Today we're gonna be looking at a very fun deck. It's also really strong. Like surprisingly, right now we have, let me check. Our latest stats is we have a 59% win rate with over 22 games played. Um, it's kind of a meme deck, so I got like one or two concedes. So maybe we would be around a 53% win rate out of the games we've actually played, and it's extremely fun. That's the most important part. Maybe this is not going to be like your best deck to win a tournament, but it's definitely very fun, and it's actually pretty strong. So let's go check out the stats, see what cards are helping us win. We'll see the deck list and we'll see some matches, and let's go in. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's start off today by seeing the stats of the deck. So we've played 22 games so far. We've won 59% of those games. And we're going to see here the most important cards in our deck are Palpatine, the Death Star Stormtrooper, HK, and Jar Jar Binks. So basically, Jar Jar Binks is really good because it costs 2, and then Palpatine costs 3, and we're deploying IG on 5. So the perfect deployment turn is when you go IG-88, play 2 droids, play Palpatine, play your 2 spies, and then play Jar Jar Binks, give +2/+2 to IJ to make sure he survives that turn, and then you're basically, if your opponent can't deal with that turn, you won. Like, that's how fast this is. 5 resources all in, either you win or you lose. Then we've got some couple of good plays over at like 6 resources, but it's really a win more kind of situation. Like, it's not gonna make you win the game if this deployment turn wasn't impactful enough. Okay, so let's check the list. So first of all, we got IJ. So what he says is tap him, attack with a unit. If you control more units than the defended player, the attacker gets +1/+0. So pretty good, actually. It really helps us apply some early pressure, make our opponent make some rash decisions on what to deal with. But we're also playing so many small drops that replace themselves, that we also have a very good chance of, even if they're trying to kill our units, keep up and really deal some good damage. So we're playing 3 porks. This is very important because we want to, even if your opponent, for some reason, because most of the meta decks don't do this, play 2 1-cost units so that they deny your IG-88's ability, then you have pork, right? You still have pork to go up to 3, or like most cases, what's going to happen is that your opponent is going to play 1 unit, and then you are going to play a 2-cost unit, and you can play pork and make sure that you have 2 units to begin with. That way, if your opponent doesn't attack your units, then you have an extra +1 damage on your first attack. Then we have 3 corrupt politicians, very good to take care of your Death Star Stormtroopers and basically your other units like your Imperial Dark Trooper that deal more damage than what he does. So you want the corrupt politician to die so that you can attack with your Death Star Stormtrooper and your Imperial Dark Trooper and just get that extra damage in, so that when you actually deploy IJ, you're ahead on damage. Then just all the rest is, you're looking at strong 1-cost or 2-cost units that are going to apply pressure. HK is amazing because right now, with Amidala and with some other cards that are putting spy tokens, you don't want those tokens to be removing your board, but you also don't want to be losing pressure that you could be applying by attacking their base, by attacking their units. With HK, we get the best of both worlds. We get to remove their units, and we get to still do some damage to base. So very good card. We know just HK is an amazing card overall. And then we've already talked about Jar Jar Binks and Palpatine. This is a perfect turn. Also, trade route taxation is really good. If your opponent is playing an event-heavy deck, or like a deck that that after you deploy your IJ, he is gonna do something like overwhelming barrage on a large ship, or it's just gonna, or maybe he's going to tap your units so that you can't attack, something weird like that. Prioritize trade route taxation over Jar Jar, because that's gonna just stop them dead. Like we did play a game against Han where he resourced extra to get up to 7 resources, left 1 card in hand, and it was a Ewing reinforcements. So we deployed immediately, played trade route taxation, and he lost his entire turn instead of getting like 3 units out or a huge unit out, and then with Kelleran back and something else. So very, very good card as well. Very, it's a good surprise, and you can just plot that. And if it's gonna help you, you're gonna use it. If not, it's just gonna be a card that you resource. Next up, ISB Shuttle. ISB Shuttle is extremely, extremely amazing. I'm not. I'm. We can see here it was played 6 times. Let me show you right here. So we've got the shuttle, overwhelming barrage, ISB shuttle. There you go. Second in line, 6 times played during our wins. And it's just so strong because your opponent, he's going to get to a point where he wants to remove your units, and he's going to make like a big effort, probably swing into a 3-cost unit, lose a unit of his own. And then you just play ISB shuttle with it, which is a 3/2 in space that's going to apply huge pressure, and you get another body. So they didn't do anything to counteract the fact that you have that you're going to have a good IJ turn. We have two encouraging leaderships. I've never played this card. I still think it's worth including, just in case you're playing a deck that's not going to be able to remove everything as fast, like maybe a heavy control that's trying to control with Merciless Contest or Power of the Dark Side. Like, we don't really care about Power of the Dark Side. If they play Power of the Dark, and against those decks, try to play this cards that actually replace themselves. So, for example, Imperial Occupier and Confederate Courier are amazing against control that you see they're playing that type of cards, because you just play this out and then use them as a sack target for their removal. And then Encouraging Leadership is pretty nice there, because you're probably going to get like 3 or 4 extra damage in with this card. 2 Sudden Ferocity, also a good card to have in plot. It combos off well with both Jar Jar and Trade Route, just in case you don't find Palpatine. Very important. We're going to see this in the games. Always mulligan for Palpatine. Always, always. You need it in hand. It's just going to be so much better for you. So if it happens that you don't, you can also get Sudden Ferocity, and it's still going to be an extra 3 damage on the deploy turn of your leader. We have 2 Unveiled Might. Almost same thing here, but it's also a good thing to do on turn on your force research turns. Like, if you don't have enough units to drop down, this can sometimes help. I'm not sold on Unveiled Might, but I also don't know like much else that I would include. And then same as Overwhelming Barrage. Overwhelming Barrage does have situations where it really helps you to deal with maybe a big threat or even a big sentinel. You do this on your leader, because you can actually only do this on your leader because it's a 5 cost. So there could be a situation where you deploy leader without deploying any plot cards if you need to play a strong Overwhelming Barrage. And then we have 3 Crucibles, which is really, really good. I have played this card because it's a 5/5 on space, which is strong. It really helps you close games, but then giving an experience token to each other friendly unit, it's going to be like a surprise for your opponent. Nobody's expecting a big space unit and an extra maybe 6 power on your ground, because you're doing this after your leader deployment, right? So you at least have 2 droid tokens, and then IJ, and then whatever units you had up to that point, which you always going to have 1 or 2. So really strong as well there. So there you go. That's the list. Shout out to Satchmo. He created the list, and I know he's been like editing it and getting like to whatever cards he likes more. And well, thank you for it. It's really, really fun. It's amazing. Let's jump into the matches and see how it goes. Here we go. First game against Dedra Red. This is going to be just the fastest is going to win here. We start, so that's pretty amazing for us. We try to mulligan for Palpatine. He's just so critical on our deployment phase. I like this hand. Like, it has good cards, but we don't have... Now, there you go. There's Palpatine. We got a couple of 2-drops and 1-drops. That's good. We'll start with 2 1-drops. Let's see what else can we resource. I think we go with this. And then I'm going to deploy first a Vanguard Infantry, just in case he wants to try and deal 2 damage to it. I'll let him draw. I need to keep my units around. But if he's thinking about removing it right now... Okay, so he's got a Dedra. We'll play here. I mean, a Bo-Katan. I'm crazy. Okay, let's go. Nice. Okay, so we got Jar Jar and we got Palpatine on our resources. And this turn, we can play ISB Shuttle after removing Bo-Katan. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm tempted to just rush base, although in this point, it's better to remove the Bo-Katan because we get more value out of the ISB shuttle. He can draw. We'll trade in here. Perfect. We'll play the shuttle and we'll go ahead and pass. So we're getting close to an amazing deploy turn. One more resource and we'll be there. He's going to have Dedra this turn though, so we need to attack with our spy first so that we don't lose it. We need to get the damage in and we can use IG's ability. And then this turn, the problem here is we don't really have a good, anything good to play. So that's going to be a bit rough. Okay, spy token in. We've got some good damage on board though, so no problem. I don't think we need the... I think it's better if we start next turn because we need to deploy the Sentinels. So I'm just going to play here and claim because I really, really want to go first next turn. I don't want to take all this damage because we have a very vulnerable base. I like these cards. I don't think we're going to have the option to play them both, so let's just do this. We'll go ahead and deploy. Create 2 Battle Droid tokens, play Palpatine, trigger that, play Jar Jar, trigger Jar Jar, and then I guess I'll go for the ISB shuttle just so that he can't remove it straight out. Then we'll swing with it. Make sure we get those 6 damage in. Perfect. 6 damage in. Let's try and close this game right now. We need to be able to do this. Come on. We've got our 2 Sentinel units. That's rough for him. Let's get 4 damage in. Still have another Sentinel unit, so we're good. Okay. 3 damage in. And now we can kill him with IG. You can ready him, but you can't win this. We got him. First game won. You can see it's a very, very cool deck. It's fast. It's either I die or you die, right? So let's go ahead and requeue C game number 2. Gar Saxon. Gar Saxon's nice, and I think he's pretty good at controlling the board because his units get shields and get things that can really affect us. So we'll do our best here. This is not a bad hand because actually it's not that good. Yeah, we still need to find... Okay, we got a Jar Jar. That's good for deployment turn, but we didn't have Palpatine. Hopefully we draw into Palpatine. I like Imperial Occupier here because he's going to be able to survive that first attack. Even the Courier is nice. Let's see. Do I want to drop 2 1-drops? Let's see what he plays first, and then we'll make a decision. HK is also pretty nice here. He's taking his time. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Let's see what his first play is going to be. That's perfect for us. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and play my 2 1-drops. Perfect. We'll pass. Well, the trade route is okay. Okay, so he's got... So I'm tempted to remove this. I think we can do it. Let's play HK. That way we can deal with damage to base this turn. I just don't want him to have a shielded unit that's gonna... Although it is gonna kill our unit. But we can potentially do this. Swing here, right? We'll die there. Put an experience on HK. And he's got to shield it again. Oh no, this is bad. Okay, in that case, we'll just swing for 2 here. And we'll pass. Okay, the ISB shuttle is nice. I'm sure he's going to remove the Guardian Antagonizer. That's going to give us an extra spy token. And we're just one. Okay, this guy, give an experience token to each other, friendly, none. Okay. Oh man, we need to damage the base, but I don't want this guy to be able to remove my unit. It's each other as well, so okay, we might as well do this. No, take his shield. Ah, but he's gonna be able to remove HK. Okay, that was terrible. Okay, we'll play this. Okay, I guess that's fine. He'll claim, and then we hopefully draw pulp, or it's gonna be rough. So no pulp, but we do get sudden ferocity, which is nice. We can play that, and we can play Jar Jar. He doesn't have that many units either, so okay. That's not a Sentinel though, so no problem. Let's go ahead and deploy. We'll create the battle droid tokens. We will place sudden ferocity on IJ, I think. If we do it here, yeah. We'll do it here. We will play Jar Jar Binks as well. Trigger, and I guess we'll give it to IJ as well. Just, we get a 10 swing in, which sounds okay. Okay, here we go. Then these guys get raid, and we are pretty close, pretty close. I'm liking it so far. Anything here works, actually. We just need to drop the biggest. Yeah. Yeah, let's just drop our biggest 3 units we can. Apply pressure. He's going to remove IJ just to start off. But we need to just keep attacking as much as we can. Why would he do that? He's going to try to... Okay. Okay, we just go here, and I don't think he can one-shot me, so I think that was the wrong play. He had to remove IJ. Okay, so we win that one as well. Might have been a mistake by our opponent, but I think we had it. GG, Darth. And let's go ahead and requeue on the next one. Okay, so we have a Han Blue. Interesting. I'm afraid of an Octoborder, but it's just 1 unit attacking, right? So we don't have... Again, we need to find Pulp. And okay, I guess he didn't want to play. Okay, Hand Green. So this is going to be a good one. This is one of the strong decks in the meta. So it's going to be a good example. We do draw Chancellor Palpatine on our first hand, which is amazing. And we do have the Confederate Courier. We have the ISB Courier. Okay, let's go ahead and keep this hand. We can lose, we can lose this too, right? That's worst case scenario, that's our deploy turn. We don't let him do any events, no Waylayer or anything crazy. And then we can... Okay, he's going to do an extra resource. Let's see if he ramps or if he plays a 3-cost unit. We'll go ahead and claim. We don't have much more to play this turn. Okay, he resupplies. That is fine. We will play the Vanguard Infantry and HK, I think, this turn. Let's drop this. We can use the Imperial Dark Trooper later on. We'll go ahead and swing for 3, taking advantage that he doesn't have any units. That extra damage could make the whole difference. Okay, interesting. HK doesn't die against OB, so I guess we'll go with that. And then, if he wants to kill the Vanguard Infantry, that's fine. We'll go ahead and pass. We don't need a second HK really here. I think it's just a turn where we're going to play ISB Shuttle, probably. Let's see what he does with his 3-5. It's also the turn when he's going to deploy Han. Okay, I guess that's fine. We still have more units, so we'll go in and swing for 3 more. I should have attacked with Vanguard Infantry just in case he manages to give Obi-Wan Sentinel. But I don't think so. I think he's just gonna, put a resource down, get ready to play Han. And I guess we just swing with the Vanguard, play ISB shuttle, get a good amount of units down. Okay, so that worked out for us, I guess. Let's go ISB shuttle. He claims, so he doesn't want to lose the last card in hand. That's going to hurt him a lot next because we get a deploy turn next turn, and we have some huge plays. I'll get rid of one of this. We might be able to use the Unveiled Might later on. Let's see what he does first. Okay, he's defeating the spy, so he's getting a bit scared of what we have here. I think I'm just gonna go with a swing for 4 here to start off. It's the same as having raid, so I'm just waiting a little bit to see what he has. Okay, so he resources something. We will go ahead and maybe he has an event left. He's trying to play that 7 cost event, which we are not gonna allow. So right now we deploy, we create our Battledore tokens, we play Trade Road Taxation, and we trigger that, and we triggered Pulp. And in case he was trying to get to 7 resources to do something like, okay, here we go. Yeah, we have the Sentinel units, so we'll start off here. We might have stopped him and right when we needed to. Oh, okay, so sadly, not what we were expecting, but it's really, really good for us here. We'll go ahead and claim. And this hurts us a lot, so I'm tempted. Okay, to just go like overwhelming on IJ, kill Emphis, and then that potentially wins us the game. Although the encouraging leadership was also an amazing draw, and we also... Okay, so we don't really need the Confederate courier here. Yeah, I think we have to kill Emphis. That just takes 2 of our attacks. He only has 1 card in hand, which is amazing for us. So let's go ahead and do that, and then IJ is gonna not die that fast. Okay, that's perfect for us. Okay, no problem. Something's gonna die here, so we might as well swing with the hardest ground unit we got before it dies. He'll just probably kill a battle droid token, but we are cooking right now. Like, it's looking good for us. This is gonna hurt him a lot, and then we're probably gonna have more units than him on board. So we're gonna be able to swing for an extra 1 next turn. We just gotta get all the damage we can in and pass. Ooh, Sentinel, that's nice. Let's just put this down. Actually, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But potentially this is a good play. So let's do this first. I'm guessing he's going to remove the ISB shuttle. Okay. We can deal 3 with Pulp. So let's do that before we have less units than he does. He's going to kill something with Obi-Wan. Has to kill a battle droid because this would give us the game. We will try, right, to win with Unveiled Might on a Vanguard Infantry. It might happen. It might even happen. Okay, it didn't happen, but it was close. Okay, we give Pulp, and then he doesn't have cards in hand. We just claim, and we win. Right? Claim. And Pulp is going to be able to deal that killing blow. We don't need another Pulp. GG, Mutt. GG. That was fun. So there you go. 3 in a row. Plague beta decks. It's just fun. Very fun. You see, like we're really, really having fun here. Let's go ahead and do our last game. Oh, against Boba Fett. This is going to be rough. Like that deploy turn of Boba, dealing 4 damage to all our units. We just got to rush him, I guess, as hard as we can. So I like this hand But again, always, always, always try to find pulp. It's just such a different game when we have him than when we don't. That's how good that card is. Okay, let's see, let's see. Ah, there you go. Love to see it. We can potentially drop 3 units on turn 1, which I guess we are going to do. Let's drop this. See what he plays. We're starting. Okay. We'll play this guy. HK. Okay, we'll play this guy. And I guess we'll be able to take that hit here. And then we get the Ice Bee Shuttle. That's amazing. Okay. So I'm guessing he's starting with removing the Corrupt Politician. If he doesn't, I do want to trade the Trooper for it. What? Okay. That's fine, I guess. We'll take a damage to her base. That's fine. Then we take out HK. Yeah. And then we have our little Porg that's going to start pinging him, hopefully. And we got a great play with the Ice Bee Shuttle. Perfect. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice for us because we get to kill that with HK's ability next turn. He just has to claim and we'll hit him for 1. And then we are going to have to take a bunch of damage if what he does first is attack the droid manufacturing factory. But we're doing fine. This is good. This is good. We can play 2 things this turn. I think I'd rather have this 2 units because this replaces itself. Because I know we're coming up to the Boba deploy turn. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, we'll take 1 on the spy and 2 on the base. And we'll take an extra damage on the base, and we will kill this. We don't want that around. That's a good target for basically everything. Oh, okay. Oof. Maybe I shouldn't have dealt 1 damage to the spy. That was bad. We'll deploy here. It's good that he got rid of this, though, because that would have been amazing next turn. Okay, we'll go ahead and pass. Okay, so interesting. We could potentially play... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll play Trade Route Taxation this turn, as well as Palpatine, and then we have a second Palpatine for next turn, which is probably going to be good. Okay, you may do 1 damage to a unit. Okay. And then we take 1 damage to base, and then 3, but this is going to be a good turn for us. We're going to swing for a lot. Okay, let's deploy, and let's do our thing here. Actually, okay. Well, let's just pass on that because we don't... That's not going to make a huge difference, actually. Okay, I like Unveiled Might. Pulp would potentially give us 2 more Spice tokens because I don't think he's going to kill IJ, although he could deploy Boba, kill IJ, and then this is not going to be that useful. And then Boba's going to give him +4, so that's going to be 7, 10. And then this is going to be an extra bunch of raid. That might be game. If he distributes the 1 damage everywhere, I think it's game. Like 1 damage here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then he swings for a lot, and we don't have anything to deal with the IJ-2000. Then again, he could just kill IJ if he's scared, but he's not. Ooh, what happened? Something went wrong for him? Okay. We might still be losing because We're in a very rough spot. Okay, he's gonna kill one of the droids, I guess. Oh, okay. He played top of the summit. Okay, 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 okay. Got it. Yeah, we're just not hitting hard enough. That was a very, very good card for him here. Too bad we lost the last one, but it was fun. It was fun. We still got him down to, oh, okay, 21 actually, because he is letting me claim here. Okay, I guess we could potentially play everything, so we won't. And then we'll just swing for 3. And we did as much damage as we could. It was fun. Oh, we could have even done one more with IJ. Should have done that, you know, as a statement. But okay, there you go. A very, very fun deck. I really, really like it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It really, really helps out the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.